Hey, what is up, guys? Master Gamer here, coming at you with a walkthrough, but this walkthrough is a little bit different. This is not in-game live commentary. This is strictly off recording. So the reason why I'm doing that is, in-game commentary to me, it sort of diverts to some of the topics that I want to talk about. So what I decided to do, instead of making in-game commentary, I'm going to be giving commentary like this, but on different topics. Feel free, to take any, if you're playing like Infamous 2 or planning on getting Infamous 2, you can use my video as pretty much as a resource of how you want to go about, with how you want to make coal, which direction you want to make coal go in. I will be making my coal a good coal in this walkthrough, so you guys are wondering why I'll probably be shooting bad guys a lot and saving people. That's because I'm going for the good karma side of the story of Cole. So, yeah, Cole McGrath. So, but today's topic I wanted to talk to you guys about is Gears of War Judgment. A lot of people's been asking me, will I be getting Gears of War Judgment? What I've been telling people is that if I ever do plan to get Gears of War Judgment, I will be getting it used, and it's not really a top priority for me to get. The games that are a top priority for me to get is BioShock Infinite and Luigi's Mansion 2, The Dark Moon. Those are pretty much my top priority games. But back to the Gears of War Judgment. I'm not really feeling Gears of War Judgment like I did Gears of War 3. I'm still playing Gears of War 3, as you guys saw from my Gears of War 3 montage. I just think, Gears of War 3 is a better title coming from Epic Games than Judgment. And the reason why I say this, despite, all the problems Gears of War 3 had and stuff, it's still stuck to the original Gears of War, coming from base controls to, regular in-game movement. And, when I look at Judgment, they changed so much to me, and a bunch of other people can agree with me. It's it's really feeling like a COD video game. Like, Epic just went and took all the basic aspects of Call of Duty and just put them in the Gears of War setting, with the whole changing of the Y button, the how the grenades is, the two-piece, and with, basically with melee, the removal of active reload, so like you don't have that damage multiplier anymore. Also, the way how they replace it is when it's just a little bar and then automatically reloads all your ammo. They cut down how much ammo you carry in the Nasher. You carry now only 8 shots instead of 16 like in Gears of War 3. They brought back all the old troublesome weapons back into the game, and they gave the sawed-off like 2 shots in it, and I didn't see the point of that. After, Cliff Brzezinski set up and made the statement that the retro and the sawed-off would never be re-entering the game, but I'm guessing Epic, pretty much told Cliff, you can take that and go fuck yourself with it. We're gonna do whatever the hell we want. And well, I think that's probably one of the main reasons why he left Epic Studios and so-called taking this long break. But that's another commentary for another day about Cliff Brzezinski's leave. But I'm not really feeling it so much as a Gears game. Now I know a lot of people been saying out there, yeah, we can adjust, but it's not really so much of adjusting. It's like, why would you want to adjust? People saying all these new changes have made the game more fast-paced. To me, I really don't think it made the game fast-paced. I think it's at the same pace as it was during the first 3 games. But, people have been saying that, how the old controllers set up, the gameplay was slow, but y'all wasn't saying that back in September when y'all was sitting up doing all these montages of, you guys one-piecing, doing headshots. You guys didn't say the switching of the weapons using the D-pad was slow. You thought that was the most fastest gameplay comes out. And then when the game actually comes out, you guys end up saying, oh yeah, Gears of War 3 was actually a lot slower than this, and this actually made the game more fast-paced. And I don't really understand that about big Gears of War commentators, why they sit up and said that, like, after, like, they just totally changed their basis of opinion. And why I feel like that is, since they're being sort of sponsored by Epic, they have to go out here and say all these good things about, Gears of War and help promote the product. But to me, I don't really feel like they're being true to themselves. I don't really think the game's pace really changed any. From what I've been seeing from other, Gears of War commentators, that it's a lot more raging, more especially with the melee system, how, you can two-piece people, and that's basically, you hit them, they get stunned, and then you can take your Nasher out within that 1 second and kill the other person. I've been hearing people been raised about that. I've been hearing comments about how the breach shot is. just little other basic things. And I'm like, you guys were sitting up bashing on Gears of War 3, talking about all this other crap, but when you look at Gears of War Judgment, it's really no different. I don't really see the change so much in it. And I'm like, people thought that Gears of War, and I think people still think Gears of War Judgment is sort of like the pinnacle turn of, the Gears of War franchise. And to me, I don't really think that's the truth. I think that Gears of War 3 was pretty much the turning point of the whole entire franchise, despite, with all its problems, such as the sawed-off, and the retro Lancer, and, the broken vaulting system. I think that was really the true pinnacle of, the high point of Gears of War in general, not this Judgment. Judgment, to me, feel like they just took 3 steps back from what they had all over these past, I think about 10 years. I want to say about 10 years. I could be wrong. But still, it sort of feel like they just took a big step back instead of, progressing forward. I still think if they actually wanted to, Epic Games, they couldn't have went back into Gears of War 3 and fixed some of these problems that, people have been talking about, like so-called with, the damage ratio with the sawed-off, the retro Lancer, how much damage, with stopping power in general. I think they couldn't have tweaked stopping power. Because to me, I didn't think stopping power was a bad idea. I really thought it was a really good idea. It's just the way how they went at it. If they, they kept tweaking it with updates, they couldn't have made the stopping power not slow you down like you're in the Matrix. It's like the stopping power would have a little bit of effect, but it wouldn't have that too much of an effect where it, it'll affect your character's movements. But that's the whole reason why it became such a Lancing game, because Epic chose to ignore the fix of trying to fix, the stopping power, because, with a Lancer, since that bug is in it where if you hit somebody with a constant active of a Lancer, or just with bullets in general without the multiplier, the character will sometimes slow down like you're in the Matrix, and that would pretty much get you down and killed. But if if they wouldn't have tweaked that and made it where it wasn't all that strong, Gears of War 3 would still be a favorable game today. And I sort of feel that they neglect, because Cliff Bleszinski even stated himself, they had a lot of stuff planned for Gears of War 3. More map bringbacks from the first one and the second Gears of War, and more characters. And then, out of nowhere, last year, Rob Ferguson sits up and say, we're stopping all projects on Gears of War 3, and we're about to make Gears of War Judgment. And I'm like, that was a stupid move right off the bat. You're just going to stop all production and all this planning that you made for your highest pinnacle of your gaming series, and just stop it and make this little shitty ass game that people are still complaining about. I don't really like how Gears of War Judgment is set up. Gears of War 3 had a lot more characters you could choose from. It seems like if you really want a lot more characters in Judgment, you have to find people with codes to get all them special characters. But it's just right. It's pretty much 5 characters out the default. And then, you can get a couple of extra, Aftermath Cole, and I think Aftermath Baird, if you play a couple of, one of the other game modes. But I really didn't like that so much, It's like when Gears of War 3, once you beat that, yeah, you had your basic characters, but you was pretty much unlocking characters as you went through your levels throughout the game. It was just a lot more characters, a lot more variety, I want to sort of say. A lot more variety to choose from when it came to characters starting off your game early on in Gears of War 3. I don't really like the character skin option too much. I know they're pushing for customization in Gears of War, but I think, to me, I sort of feel like that the character skins is pushing a little bit too much. I like the whole character customization skin with your Nasher, shotgun, and your Lancer or any other type of primary. I really like that, how they implemented that in Gears of War 3, but it's changing your character, how they look. I didn't really feel like that shouldn't have been implemented overall in the game. But what you're gonna do, Epic pretty much don't listen to nobody. They listen to noobs more than veteran fans has been around them since day one and been living with all these problems since day one, and they still don't want to listen to us. But tell me, guys, how you feel about Gears of War Judgment in the comments below. What do you think overall? Even though you probably don't play, how do you feel the direction that the Gears of War franchise is going? So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, peace.